What has been unexplainable can now be explained.
I'm Chris.
I'm Chad.
I'm Seth.
And
this is the... Oh, I thought we were all going to...
This is the
Paranormal
Guys.
Plus one.
Gosh.
Plus our
Trio of
every
normal
listener, just shut it off. Everyone.
slap their laptop or
That's
whatever
right.
they listen to.
Like,
it on.
what is this malarkey?
So we're at Cryptid Con, Chris.
Hey, again.
We are. The 2018 edition.
We're at Cryptid Con a lot, it seems like.
Yeah. And Seth is with us. Seth has got all kinds of stuff going on. We were going to write out a list, but I didn't have enough paper.
It's not worth your time.
No,
But
really?
But hey, you're jumping the gun here, because more importantly, Chad, this is the inaugural episode of Paranormal Guys BS.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Bonus show.
Bonus show.
Bonus show.
Bonus show.
And what better way to have as our first guest
the legend.
the legend,
The Swiss Army
the
knife.
Swiss Army knife of talent.
Talent.
That's right.
He does not hate us.
That's your.
He's trying to convince himself.
Jeez.
Small town monsters own Seth Breedlove.
Yep. So what do you guys think of the con this year?
It's a little slower than last year.
Really?
Little
Yeah,
slow,
I
but
think it's
still enjoying it.
Still good.
Still
Still
fun.
a good time.
I mean, I sold some stuff. I'm good.
Fun. Some guy bought those Hopkinsville gremlins.
What a loser.
Yeah.
But
Chris
that guy's
brought.
wife is going to kill him.
Probably be like, you know how many diapers we
Yeah.
can buy?
Nobody told him
You need
it's
diapers, and you're out buying goblins.
it's made of that special time delay disintegration clay.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
The diapers?
No,
No,
the Hopkinsville
that'd be
goblin.
Time you
That'd be
get home,
horrifying.
it's just going to be a battery and some
He just
wires.
poop all over himself.
Yeah, diapers are horrible.
Yeah.
Never a happier day comes when you have to quit buying diapers, Seth. I'll tell you.
I don't know. I'm actually kind of worried about that point because then it means he's going to be pooping in a tiny toilet and I got to empty it and stuff. It just seems gross.
Are you at least going to get a cryptid themed toilet?
No, that's what? How?
We had
Champ?
a
Get a champ toilet? Just looks like a little head. He sits
he
on.
goes,
Oh, champ likes to eat the poopies.
Oh boy.
we had a Minnie Mouse one that
Why am I
when you
doing
when you pushed the handle, it clapped for you.
I'd like that.
Yeah.
Can I get one of those?
We may still have that one. I'll just send it to you.
Yeah, send it for me.
I don't like having a kid run up to you and I just went pooping and got the
Yeah,
clap.
I just would like that.
Yeah, you got all kinds of fun stuff to look forward to.
Were you guys in for the screening of Bray Road yesterday?
I tried to, but Chad told me I couldn't come to
I
it.
didn't do that. I was trying to lock the table down because I was afraid his Hopkinsville goblins would go running away.
Oh, that's true. As soon as I bought that on the walk from here back to there, like 20 feet away, it was like everyone I passed was like, "Oh, I was going to buy that."
Right.
I'm like, "Yeah, you were."
Sure.
Yeah. So apparently it was the hot ticket item.
Well, now they just need to shift their focus to Nessie or,
Now we-
or
no,
Champ.
I'm
I mean,
sorry.
sorry, Champ.
We got Champ over
Yes.
here now.
It's not Ogopogo or Nessie.
People like this champ too.
They do.
Everyone's talking about it.
I
Everyone's
know.
talking about it.
Is Alexander going to be at Mothman?
No, he's not.
Oh.
He was. He was like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
he was there.
He was there the first year we were
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, we talked to him for a little bit.
I get
when we were
confused. Like I can't think of how many years I've done because he wasn't there last year, right?
I don't know.
So we've done.
we weren't.
We
there.
didn't go last
Have
year.
I think I've done Mothman 4 times then. So
Well, the
because he
first-
wasn't there last year, but I
Yeah.
think he was there the year before.
Because you just done the first 2 movies when we met, right? Wasn't it Minerva Monster and then
Beast
Beast
of
of
Whitehall.
Whitehall?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the first
Yeah.
the first year I did Mothman Festival would have been 2015.
Yeah, so that would have been the year we met.
That was no. We went.
Right?
We went 2016 because my
Oh.
shirt says so.
There you go, evidence.
right there.
Okay, 2016.
Mandela
but I was there
effect.
2015 and it rained.
Yeah, because the year we were there it didn't rain and it was the 50th anniversary, so that was 16.
So yeah, this will be the 4th year. Okay, I was thinking this was the 3rd year. This
This
is
is
the 4th
riveting
year I've gone.
podcasting.
Yeah, Do you have anything to say? Okay, she's out.
Creeper.
But yeah, we're doing the screenings on Friday night at the State Theater. And we're showing all 3 Appalachian monster movies. We're starting with Flatwoods, continuing with Invasion on Chestnut Ridge, and I think wrapping up with Mothman at Point Pleasant. And if you were there last year, which you guys weren't, but I'm just talking to your myriad of listeners. Yeah. If you were there last year, then you know how hot it got in the theater after 1 movie. So imagine 3.
In the State Theater?
Yeah.
Oh, we went in there the year we came to Mothman. We walked into the entrance because that's where Chad thought there were restrooms.
Yeah.
And
you fool.
Just standing there at the back for 2 minutes. Yeah, I was like, this place is going to be steamy during the day.
When we showed Mothman last year, it stunk. Like just smelly people. And I'm really selling this. To
Hey, come see our movies in the smelly, hot place.
And I went in and stood in the back for the last like 25, 30 minutes of the movie. And it was... but it was weirdly like it made the movie more intense.
Right.
It's like I was standing there and I was like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen next? The bridge collapsed. What?
It's so hot and stinks in here. I don't know what's going on.
I didn't see that coming at all.
I thought I was hallucinating. Then I started to see the Mothman actually in the room.
That was
with
probably
us.
methane.
Yeah, or meth.
Or
meth.
just meth.
Just meth.
Well, yeah, okay. Hey, ma'am, we are recording here.
This is a job, madam.
She's running. She's on the run.
All right, sorry.
So did you guys? Are you staying at the? You're staying at the hotel then, right?
We were.
But you're out now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
We're not VIP. We don't have VIP on our cards. It says vendor.
It says VIP.
It does. That means they give
very
you
important
stuff
person.
for free and
Yeah, that is true.
yeah.
Are you doing it next year? Are you going to come back next year?
To Cryptid Con?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
What if I'm not here?
Then we'll be
I
sad.
mean,
Chris will be like, "Well, Seth didn't come to Cryptid Con
Seth
because
didn't come to
he hates
Cryptid Con because
me."
he doesn't like us.
That's probably true.
He
a
skipped
big
a whole
old
show
baby.
because he doesn't like us.
I want to come back next year. I'm waiting to hear if I'm going to be invited.
You don't think you're going to get invited?
I'm going to invite
Really?
you right
I
now.
don't know. You never know. You know. I'm becoming known for my grumpy disposition.
What? Who says that?
Well, just in general.
Who? You
Have you
tell me.
seen-
You tell me who says that.
It's like my character. Most people in this have some sort of like personality trait they're trying to play up. You know, you got the crypto kid.
Colin.
And you got
Colin?
Yeah, you got Colin, the crypto kid, and you got Lauren Coleman, the museum curator, and you got
You're the director,
Bill
bad
Brock,
boy.
the guy who wants on everything.
Oh.
And then you got Seth Breedlove, the grump. It's like that's
I
my
have not
thing.
heard that, and you point me in the direction of anybody that says that, and I'll set them
Well,
straight.
no, I'm being serious. They call me OMB, Old Man Breedlove.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm a grouchy old man.
Wow.
I've never noticed that.
Me neither.
I just didn't see you singing and dancing in a costume out in front of your booth.
Yeah. Maybe that'd be better.
That would be the only way they'd figure you weren't grumpy.
Let's not even go down that road.
Get you a Mothman costume.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
You.
So we're making a new Mothman movie.
A new one.
Another one.
So, we're making Terror in the Skies, which will kind of cover the Chicago Mothman stuff.
Oh.
Is this
And
the
in
Electric
2020,
Boogaloo
we're
version?
making a movie called The Mothman Legacy.
Oh, okay.
That is a direct sequel to The Mothman at Point Pleasant. It's going to act as like a...
He's going to have
kind of
Richard Gere.
Kind of a companion, yeah. And we're going to
Sweet.
interview... Actually, I am going to try to interview Richard Haddam about the screenwriter of the...
Right.
I want to interview him about like writing that movie and stuff. So
It's where the
I don't know if
Mothman-
you guys like that movie,
Which one?
the Mothman Prophecies
Mothman Prophecies.
with Richard Gere.
I mean, it was better than that other one, that
I liked
Mothman
it,
of Point
yeah.
Pleasant or whatever it
I
was.
liked
But
it.
I mean, you
but
know,
it was what it
I could
was.
kick
It
your-
was fun.
I could kick you so easily.
I've got all the kids.
Do
I
it.
need. I've got all the kids I'm having.
He'll
That's
cry
fine.
all the way home.
Seth really doesn't like me.
Good. He should.
But yeah, if I could, I think the plan is to like make a movie that's going to act as a companion. Like that was my thing. Is like I don't really want to make something that just is a straight, like okay, so we did 1966 to 1967. What happened from like 1967 to now? But we're gonna do like a movie where you could watch, or you could almost edit both of these movies together into one long, like 3 hour long documentary. And I realize there already is like a 3-hour-long documentary called Eyes of the Mothman.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like when you cut Evil Dead 1, 2, and Army of Darkness at a certain point. They all
and
fit
the other
together,
thing is, like, our movies are good.
See, there you go.
Why is that funny?
Eyes of the Mothman is
Your
terrible.
movies are amazing.
I'm just kidding. I actually really enjoy Eyes of the Mothman. I'm just trying to cut up. I'm cutting up.
What if you?
Someone's gonna listen to the show and
only if your documentary has some guy in it that's talking to you like this while he's doing the talking.
The worst thing about Eyes of the Mothman is that the first, like, 30 minutes are cornstalk and, like, really bad dramatic
The first
recreations.
hour and a half of the movie is
But I do think the second
hour
second
and a half.
hour is second hour and a half is really strong. It's a movie that just needed to be cut down drastically.
Yeah, there's a little bit too much of the here's our backstory history part.
Yeah, and I could say the same thing about, like, Boggy Creek. My Boggy Creek movie's way too long. I don't know if you've seen there's like a director's cut that's on
seen the director's
iTunes.
cut, no.
It's on iTunes. That's the version that's on iTunes. And I chopped out Stacey Hudson. He's not even in the movie, in that version of the movie. Because the pacing, his interview coming in where it does, which is at the end of the second act, it's this weird, it was supposed to be the beginning of the third act, but it doesn't feel like the beginning of the third act. It feels like a continuation of the second act, but the movie's already faded out. It's just a really weird pacing issue. So when they gave me the opportunity to, like, post that to iTunes or whatever, I was like, I'm going to recut the whole movie. So I went back in and chopped him out.
I feel like you punch yourself in the face a lot when you're editing at home. You're just like, it's not working.
No, I don't. The worst we've had with, like, editing where I wanted to kill myself was Invasion, because I just was not convinced it was working. And I was constantly, like, asking other people, and they're like, no, it seems good to me. And then, like, I sent a cut to Gene St. Jean. He was, like, the first person to see it that wasn't kind of part of the crew. And I sent a cut to Gene St. Jean, and he said he loved it and sent me, like, a dozen paragraphs about what he liked. And I had some sort of emotional breakdown. I don't want to talk about this without my wife here, because she would love to tell you guys how stupid it was. Because we were on a walk when it happened, and I started, like, weeping. So, like, that was a weird case where it was extremely stressful. And editing, like, Bray Road was super stressful just because of how it's, like, got a ton of quick cuts. So I was, like, trying to learn how to quick cut, because quick cutting is not our thing. But on that movie, it is. So, like, I had to teach myself a whole new.
Does your wife have any footage of you having that emotional breakdown?
No, she doesn't. She was too like, embarrassed by the fact that we were on a walk around my neighborhood.
Stop it.
I was having it.
Because if I had that footage, I would totally put, like, the theme song to The Last Unicorn playing in the background and just put that up on our website.
Or, like, Chariots of Fire.
Or, yeah, that'd be good too.
The Incredible Hulk theme.
Or the Never Ending Story theme song.
E.T.
E.T. Whatever sounds
Really?
sad, but some sort of epic
Yeah.
mythical thing. Dare, yeah, from Transformers the movie.
Dare to be young.
No, that's too. It'd be the Death Optimus Prime.
I think I hate you again now. after that.
Most people do after, like, a couple minutes, so. You don't like Transformers the movie?
The Michael Bay movies?
No.
Big fan.
Okay, interview's over.
Huge fan.
Hit stop, Chad.
We should get into it. We should get into it. Why they're great.
Why
Yeah,
Michael
'cause they
Bay's not
make-
great?
Is
Why
that what
Michael
you're
Bay
saying?
movies are great.
If you just want to drink and not have something make sense for like 3
Yeah.
hours, it's
Like,
fine.
it doesn't matter, though.
When are we
He's
gonna?
really good at what he does.
When are we gonna
He's
see
really
the
good
first
at what he does.
needless explosion in a Small Town Monsters movie? Now,
Probably
Oh, wow.
soon.
I hope
Real
so.
soon.
hey, that leaf fell off the tree and hit the ground.
Terror in the skies. There'll be like a Thunderbird explodes in
Sweet.
midair.
For no reason.
Mothman flies up with an explosive egg, shoves it right in
Yeah.
the Thunderbird's. I mean, and then it blows.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
like
plan.
it. There you go. You can use that idea.
Well, it's in. I'm in.
We'll do that. It's our own Avengers.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's all with cryptids.
Cryptvengers.
Crypt Avengers. I'm watching. See, like, Invasion's playing right now, and I still think this is our best movie. I don't know why.
Look at these guys looking at it.
Yeah, they're looking at it. They're like,
They're
"Oh
like,
my gosh,
what is
that's
this?"
amazing right there. Look
Hey.
at that."
Look, is it the moon? What is? No, wait, it's not the moon.
Uh-oh.
I just am impressed by the crew on this one. And the same with Bray Road. Like, it's becoming less about like one sort of like this guy that's in the blue shirt's making fun of my movie. I can tell by the look on his face. But it's okay because he's got a son who's wearing a Rod Stewart shirt, so he can go, son, boy.
There was a story about Rod Stewart I heard from the 70s, but we won't talk about that right now.
Is that with Rod Stewart and Mick Jagger?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, me too.
Okay, so anyway, the Rod. Wait, the Rod. Spare the Rod.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was saying now.
Hey, there's that guy.
Talk about the shoot.
That guy on TV is the one that called Chad out right now. What's his name?
Stan Gordon?
Yeah, Stan Gordon called Chad out last year.
Called him out?
Well, not really.
What did he do?
He was over here talking to us, and Chad, what was it you said exactly?
I said spaceships.
Yes, he said spaceship, and
Instead of just
Stan
UFO.
almost to the point of stood up and smacked Chad in the face with the "we call them UFOs."
Chris made that too dramatic.
Yeah, you deserved
it.
it.
Didn't happen that hardcore.
Oh no, Stan looked at you with those steely eyes and went, "Sir, you are wrong."
It's my unprofessionalism that upset him, not me just saying the wrong words.
See, now I'm transfixed by my own movie. I can't. It's been a while since I've seen this.
Are you going to cry?
Huh?
Are you going to cry?
No. I'm good now.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
No, if you want to, go. Feel free. Just let me get my camera ready.
No, please don't. It's when the tears start flowing, they flow fast. Fast and hard.
Fast and Furious. Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, but it's. I just think it's a miracle that movie worked. Because we shot it in 3 days and.
It's not a miracle, Seth. It's talent.
That's right.
It's all about the talent, sir.
You can have a lot of talent in filmmaking and have it not work. Like our
Swiss
thing,
Army
our
knife
thing, I think our thing has become. Oh, that's what I was saying. I think especially as time's gone on, like it has become more about there not being like one sort of visionary behind the whole thing, and more about I'm there pretty much just to make sure we have the interviews that we need. Run the interviews, have sort of an idea going into it of what the movie needs to be like, and then letting everyone else sort of do their thing, and then when it's all done, I come in and I have to put it all together.
So, hey. Saw the other day on one of the picture pages, Facebooky, McGram sites, that there's something coming up in February.
There is?
With some kind of...
Oh, February 7th?
Yeah, February 7th. With
Kickstarter.
With Small Town Monsters.
Yeah, we're running a Kickstarter for Terror in the Skies and Momo.
Yeah.
Momo's going to be sweet, dude. Like, Lyle and I talked a bunch about it while we were at IBC last week. And just, like, the tone and, like, the style of it, it's going to be very 1970s drive-in.
Nice.
And we're gonna have like Lyle talking to the camera like he's Peter Graves, and it's gonna be a little different from our others, but like we're trying to. I mean, every movie at this point we're trying to kind of change up how we're doing it, so it keeps it interesting for us.
Right.
But yeah, February 7th Kickstarter.
Awesome.
We're doing it. We'll have a Momo statue.
Uh-oh.
I can say that.
Is that a Gene St. Jean
Gene's
special?
working on it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Momo.
I'm excited about
maybe
Momo.
one day I'll do a statue for a Kickstarter.
I doubt it.
I doubt it too. Mine suck. But
These
anyway,
are one shots.
I might need to head back to my table. There's some people over there. I don't know
Okay.
what he's doing there.
looks like he's
your
taking
Hopkinsville
money from
goblins.
people. Anyway,
See what he-
so
Yeah.
we'll wrap this up because Seth doesn't like us anymore. But so yeah,
Talk him off the ledge, Chad.
I'm just going to let him put his mouth right on the tailpipe of the truck before we leave.
I'll put my mouth on. Wait, never mind.
Oh.
Oh.
So anyway,
Just buy a T-shirt from Seth. Jesus, man. I'll give you the money.
you do. Hey, this is an exclusive. Chad doesn't even know this. I deleted a email we got a while back. It was right after you did the voice promo thing for us at the beginning.
Yeah.
We had somebody tell us that we needed to stop being Seth Breedlove. I can't remember whether it said Seth Breedlove or Small Town Monsters, but we needed to quit being your butt plugs.
Yeah. Well, you'll get a lot of that. We do have haters.
Yeah.
It is funny.
I was like, okay, we talk about Seth a lot.
No, we got
But
haters out there,
we do,
especially me. Like on a personal level, there are a lot of people who just straight up hate me. Who cares?
That's right.
That's how I feel about it.
All right.
It stems back from Saswa, the podcast we did. There's still a lot of those people
Why would
floating
people hate
around.
that?
I know there's a lot of like weirdos out there.
Yeah, I can
A lot of
attest for that.
weirdos. You probably got a couple listening right now that are like, I hate this guy.
I mean,
I think
him.
they hate us.
Yeah.
We got some, I don't know, some about terrorists or something email or something on one of our YouTube.
that's you.
No, what was the thing we got on the YouTube?
Oh yeah, the guy
post?
told us. Oh, so we did an episode on. It was Land Between the Lakes,
Yeah.
and that was the most serious episode Chad and I have ever done.
Mm-hmm.
We read it. We had music in the background. It was somber tone podcast.
Yes.
And with the feel of the rest of our podcast, we had a guy say that Chad and I that show was the reason that people don't take the subject seriously.
That was the only real serious show I think we've
Yeah,
ever done.
and
guys-
then another guy responded to that with saying, "What was it? No, the real something is," and it went into this diatribe about Jews and
Whoa!
yeah, I was like, oh my,
Something and-
delete that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
All right.
I don't even know where that came
So
from.
apparently, I mean, Paranormal Guys elicits.
You guys are starting to get some hate mail.
We are.
That's how you know you made it, though.
We might need bodyguards.
Yeah. Pretty soon.
But I think even your buddy down there is starting to look this way, going like, "Where's Seth?" So
What's he
look,
doing?
he's looking this
no.
way, like.
Okay,
Seth
so
has left
we
me.
went to a pizza place last night for dinner, and when we left, there were these kids kind of looking at us, and like these two men. And this one
Famous.
dude kept looking at us, and we left, and there was another couple there that were actually here for the con. And these two guys that were looking at us were not from the con. Like, none of us recognized them. They weren't from the con. I guess, like, we left, and here they had recognized me. But they're not con goers, so I thought that was kind
Really?
of cool. Yeah, that's the first time that I've been recognized out in public for STM by non-para community folk.
STM.
There's a small town.
Oh,
monster.
wait,
Small
Small
Town
Town
Monsters.
Monsters. Okay, never mind.
It's one letter off.
Yeah.
Took you a minute, but
Wait, what
we
kind
got
of-
there.
You were young and needed the money.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah, we will let you go, Seth. We've kept you way too long.
Okay.
We know you need to go make.
How
your-
long did we get? Oh,
We're
we're way.
20,
You told
25.
me 20 minutes. We're
Hey,
4 minutes over. Now you owe me $1 for
You
each
kept
minute.
You kept
Here,
talking.
I'll make up for it.
No,
Here.
I don't want it.
We're ready to present you with an official
This is an
Chad
official
Smith
Chad
print
Smith
Oh, it's
print.
of
Beautiful.
the Flatwoods thing.
Display
love
it
it.
proudly, sir.
I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I will hang it proudly in my office.
In the little bathroom that's off.
I'll hang it proudly in my bathroom.
You could use that as a diaper change.
Be like,
pad.
honey, I gotta go in here and take a Flatwoods Monster. I'll be out in like 10 minutes.
Good
Yeah,
grief.
right.
You guys need to stop being small town monsters and butt plug.
We
No
do.
kidding.
If we were, we would be shaped like a Flatwoods monster.
You know what? That would be a great name for an ED drug. Flatwoods Monster Pill.
It's actually not a bad
I
idea.
think so.
Oh, this is going downhill quick. So, hey, Seth, thanks for being our first guest on Paranormal Guys BS.
Yeah, glad I could be here.
Thank you, Seth.
Thanks for having me on.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Well, hey, Seth, we'll let you go so you can go to the bathroom. And I don't know why your voice changed, but hey, thanks a lot, Seth, and good luck with everything you're doing. Good luck in February with the
Kickstarter. Thank you.
Great. It's
I love
everything
you.
is awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
We love you too,
Love
sir.
you guys.